All right, so today we're going to be taking a look at 90 through 81 in the Podski 100. So, coming in at number 90 with 61 overall points, we got Shinya Hashimoto. So, I know Andretti, he had him on his list, so I'm going to let Andretti take it away here on him. And how did Hashimoto make your list?
Hashimoto, number one thing, such an amazing entrance theme. It's very Japanese wrestling. His entrance theme is unbelievable. I mean, he's a guy that you hear for whatever reason you just don't hear very much about him. I'm not really sure really why that is at this point. The guy looks like a Japanese Dusty Rhodes with that sweet headband. It looks like Samoa Joe probably more actually. But there's a tag team match on YouTube where he takes on Bam Bam and Punisher Dice Morgan, aka the Undertaker, on YouTube. You can check out for free, which is pretty awesome. But I know that Samoa Joe said that Hashimoto told him one time that the most important thing in wrestling is the fire, and boy, you can really see that with Hashimoto and with Samoa Joe. I mean, he's got so much mustard on those strikes, and he's got these big overhand strikes that are just a thing of beauty, where he's slapping the hell out of people. Chono and Muda were able to do the crossover thing with the Western audience. And Chono, Muda, and Hashimoto were kind of like the three musketeers in Japan at that point. But those guys were kind of the ones that were able to cross over the Western audience. It's probably why they were so much more remembered than Hashimoto at this point. I mean, obviously Muda, he's been wrestling up until about 3 years ago. Hashimoto founded Zero One, which was a pretty prominent promotion in Japan. There's a pretty good Masato Tanaka match on YouTube also. The guy died young, right after his 40th birthday of a brain hemorrhage in 2005. But when you look back on this kind of, I mean, he's an All Japan Triple Crown champ. Became the only man in history, only the second man in history to have held the All Japan, NWA, and New Japan World titles. And he's the man he defeated for that honor was none other than Muda, who was the other guy that won it. So when we take a look at all that stuff, I want to go through a little bit here about kind of what some of his accomplishments were. Other than that, NWA Hall of Fame. He was 3-time IWGP Heavyweight Champ, Tag Team Champ twice. What else we got here? We got let's see here, Observer Hall of Fame class of 2000. So look, this is a guy that was just an innovator. He was a very much one of the first guys with the strong style to come in, and just all his strikes are just they got a lot on him, man. It's a lot of fun to watch his matches. If you like that kind of style, like the Eddie Kingston kind of style, where everything's got some mustard on it, man, that's just going to be a guy you're going to want to go back and check out.
Yeah, so I was looking. I didn't have Hashimoto on my list, and I've been actually trying to take this opportunity to learn a little bit more about some wrestling that I've just not had time to explore. So I actually did appreciate being able to look at least a little bit about um, Hashimoto and look into and start to try and piece stuff together. So understanding that he was part of the Three Musketeers. In New Japan, which I had heard the name before, but I hadn't really been able to spend much time with and understand what that meant. I know that involves Keiji Muto and then Kojima. But he has a long list of accomplishments here that, put him up there where he belongs. And yeah, seems like a very influential person. Is just not something I've had the chance to explore much with yet.
Yeah, it looks like he was also a G1 Climax winner in 1998 as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's awesome. All right.